Today we're going to shoot dope, epic, cinematic sequence with the smartphone and gimbal. Okay, things didn't go as planned at all, so we'll also cover what went wrong and why. But despite that, we still got pretty nice video, so let's watch it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Luka and I'm a full-time stock photographer and videographer. So if you want to learn more about stock photography, videography and similar stuff, subscribe to my channel for even more videos like this. So we're here in beautiful nature of Slovenia, Nanos to be exact, and we'll try to film a cinematic sequence with the phone and gimbal. I have a special guest today. This is my brother, Jaka.
Hey everyone.
He's also a stock photographer and videographer, but today he'll be my model. Few things before we start, because I'll also upload these videos to iStock. There are a few things that we need to be aware of. Okay, first thing, logos and designs. Because stock agencies don't accept videos or photos with logos and designs, we have to cover them or have clothes without them. So that's why I also bought this cheap $20 shoes.
Without logos.
Without logos, yes, thank you. Second thing is that for stock you want to shoot in best possible quality. So we'll shoot with iPhone 11 Pro. This guy shoots in 4K 60 frames per second, so we'll shoot 4K 60 most of the time. Or if we'll need some super slow motion, we'll just switch to Full HD, 120 frames per second or 240 frames per second. Third thing is that for stock you want your clips to be between 5 and 30 seconds long and you want them to be stable. And that's why we'll use this guy. This is DJI Osmo Mobile 4, so that's how we'll get stable shots. So yeah, let's just go out and shoot. Okay, so the plan was to show you how I shoot and why, but it was so windy out there that even with that cat on my microphone you wouldn't hear a thing. Let me show you a sound from the microphone with the dead cat on. Really bad, right? And it was also very cold, so I decided that I will shoot there and then add some explanation after the shoot. Another thing that was happening because of the wind is that even though motors on DJI OM4 are stronger than on previous versions, wind was just too strong and some footage was shaky because of that. But okay, that's not a big deal, but there was another issue that was a little bit more annoying. I shot everything with Pro Camera app by Moment, and I love the app, but I shot everything in 4K 60 frames per second in log profile. And what happens with that setting? Well, actually, the app tells you profile may cause dropped frames at or over 30 frames per second at 4K. But of course, I ignored that. Well, I thought there will be a dropped frame every now and then, but no, actually there are like 5 dropped frames every 2 seconds, so I needed to cut footage between those dropped frames. So I've been only able to use those 2-second sequences. And that made whole editing process a lot harder. And also not as I planned. And that's probably the reason why Filmic Pro app will not allow you to use log or flat profile in 4K above 30 frames per second. And that's why my whole sequence is in slow motion, because I wanted to get a little bit longer clips, and I also slowed down some clips even more with optical flow in DaVinci Resolve. Okay, let's move to shooting itself. At first I also wanted to use ND filter so I could use longer shutter speed to give the footage that cinematic effect, and I thought the motors will be strong enough, but again I was wrong. If you want to attach something to the camera like a lens or ND filter, you need counterweight to balance everything perfectly. So my plan was to first shoot some establishing shots like grass moving in the wind or revealing that beautiful nature from behind the tree, some close-ups of flowers and similar stuff, and then introduce our character, so Jaka walking in the mountains. I also wanted music slowly to build up during the video and reach its peak when Jaka comes to the top and just observes beautiful nature in front of him. So I found a song that I think works with this video on Artlist, where I get all my music from. I will leave a link down in description, so if you want to sign up, use that link and we'll both get 2 months free. Okay, I also wanted to get as many angles of Jaka walking as possible, so from the front, from the back, from the side, some close-up shots of his feet walking and close-up of his face and so on. So that way I could have more options in the editing. And that was a very good idea also because of all those dropped frames that I've just talked about. Also, I wanted to have the sun behind him because I just love those backlight shots. It looks so much better than anything else. Because of all those dropped frames, it took me quite a while to find those sequences that were not interrupted by dropped frames and pull all that together. Then I also added some sound effects, a nice color grade, and I think it turned out quite good, right? And let me know down in the comments if you like it or not, or should I do more videos like this maybe. And before we play the video, once again, thanks for being here, I appreciate your support, and if you like my content, like, subscribe, share. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. See ya!